Hello my friend and welcome back. My name is Hannah and today let's do a get ready with me. So if you're curious about what I'm wearing on my face, what I mentioned in today's video and what I'm doing in other pockets of the internet, I always have links in the description box down below. None of my links are sponsored or affiliated, and I do not copy and paste anybody else's sponsored or affiliated links. So if you do decide to click my links down below, you're shopping clean links. The only entity getting paid off of you shopping my links is tinyurl, which is the URL or is the website that I use to keep my URLs tiny so I can fit as much information as possible. I have gotten a few things from my Sephora sale and I kind of did my base off of camera. My base technique hasn't changed, although I am kind of regretting not filming it only because I did. Why is my lip? I'm trying to prime my lips before I go in with my lip product and my lip balm is sticking. Perfect. I did go in with the new One Size Secure the Sweat primer, and it does have one of the like seals where you have to poke it at the bottom. I will say be careful when opening it because mine shot out and I have to like keep it in this container. That's the only frustrating part, and it looks really pretty. I will say though that I think this is an issue with the Rose Ink skin tint, is that product is kind of meant to go on top of your skincare. I think the best primer for the Rose Ink is honestly like a sunblock, and that's it. Because like I am finding like it's doing the like peeling thing, and I'm wearing a black dress, so like when I look down, I had like the balled up like foundation bits on my dress. So that's the only thing, but I think that's more of like Rose Ink's issue rather than the One Size primer. So we'll see how it goes throughout the day. I haven't powdered anything down yet because I do want to go in with my cream products. But because my Rose Ink is kind of balling up, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some patchiness today, so I just want to give that disclaimer. I did go in with the Melt Brow Pencil, and I will say you have to use this first before going in with the brow gel. The brow gel is wonderful. It is a real, real gel. It's going to lock your brows down, but it's hard to get any other product on top of it. If I go in with a brow gel and then just kind of fine tune it with my lift and snatch, I can get in there. But if you wanted to do a softer brow, like with a powder or a pencil, you're gonna have to do that first and then put the gel on top of it, because the gel locks in the hair and I don't know, like there's like a thin film that it's hard to get to the skin to draw in the product. I do have a little bit of like dry skin or something going on right here, and it is giving me some white flakiness. Again, I think this performs similarly to the Patrick Ta brow gel. So if you don't like that brow gel in particular because you get flakiness and things like that, like you haven't mastered that learning curve yet, you will not like the Melt one. The Melt one has a little bit more of a learning curve. There is the combed end and then like a flatter end. So with the fine tooth end right here, you're supposed to brush the product through, and then with the flatter end you can push it in. Honestly, the brush the handle to the brush, I use that to kind of also push down my brows to give it more of like the laminate look. So if you don't like laminated brows, I don't think either of these brow gels are going to be for you. But so far I'm enjoying it. Like there is a little bit of flakiness, but I'm okay with what I'm working with. My brows are not groomed in any capacity. I got just some Super Saiyan 3 brows going on. I'm okay with it. So let's kind of contour my face. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Contour Wand, and I mean, I think these are okay. I've been using these for a couple weeks now. I don't know. I don't want to say that I don't like them, but I don't know if I would suggest them. Like if Tarte released more contour shades in their bronzing wands, I would rather spend the money on that than suggest these ones. But I do like the shade range of the e.l.f. ones. I don't know how I feel about their performance. So I'm just gonna blend this out. Because it is a cooler tone, I am using it to contour and chisel out my face. I'm not using it to bronze. And I mean, that could also be the issue because it does say contour on the product. But I don't know. I feel like there isn't a true contour. I feel like everything is a bronzer. And then they want you to use it as contour. And when using these cooler tones, I don't know, you don't have to use too much. Again, I just want to accentuate what I have. And see, I'm getting a little bit of like patchiness pickup on the product. But again, I think that's just because of the base that I set up. I don't know if that really reflects the product. Because there's some days where these e.l.f. products have looked really gorgeous and I've really loved them. And then there's other days like this where like I'm not that into it. I think it looks okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. It looks good on camera. It looks okay in person. Again, just that patchiness. And I do have like softer face hairs. Like I don't shave my face. I just leave my skin how it is. And so I do have these faint hairs right here because like, you know, I do have like sideburns. And like makeup right there isn't always gonna lay perfectly. So I try not to go too heavy. I just want enough product to shape out my face. Okay, going in with the Tarte bronzer. I love this product. I'm going to be making a monthly favorites pretty soon. And I think I mentioned this last month. Did I not? I can't remember if I did, but it's gonna make it, spoiler alert, it's gonna make it to this month because this has been one of my favorite bronzers. I think it's just so effortless and it's so pretty. A little bit goes a long way, truly. And I like how it's, I don't know, I don't necessarily need too bold of makeup. I just want to play a little bit with my shadows and my face framing. And I think it's really pretty. I have gotten the Charlotte Tilbury blush wand. I was stupid and open to this. Usually when I have the product in packaging and it's on my vanity, that lets me know I haven't filmed with it yet. And because I opened them during my unboxing videos, I got ready for work. Then I go to work very early in the morning, so I just had very early brain. But just like the Tarte product, it does twist open. Anyway, I had already used this blush going to work and it was absolutely gorgeous. I wish I had filmed that look because it was so pretty, but I will do it again for you guys today. This product might even make it to my monthly favorites because it is gorgeous. It makes me want to get the other Charlotte Tilbury blush products. I wouldn't say this is like a true matte. I think it's more of like a satin finish because it doesn't have necessarily like the shimmer glow of like the, what are the ColourPop products called? The Super Shock products. It doesn't have like that same glow of the Super Shock, but it does kind of have the same glow as the matte Super Shocks, where like it's not a true like just stark matte. It's just a satin finish, and it looks really gorgeous. Like my skin is still able to shine through. When something is labeled matte, I feel like it's just like a bold color or bold shade placed on your skin and it kind of hides your skin, where a satin kind of lets your skin shine through while still giving pigment. And that's the kind of blush and kind of complexion products that I like, because I don't think I have bad skin. Like sure, I have little guys here and there on my face, but you know, like that's just life. They're not that bad. And it's a very pretty blush. Like I don't have to go too crazy. It's gorgeous. I've already applied my primer to my eyes. I will say, I did use the Sigma Ignite eyeshadow base stick. Sigma is having like a 14-year celebration, like it's their 14th birthday. So go get items on sale because I think it's like 40% off. I bought a eyeshadow base and I think a lip oil, I can't remember. I was gonna buy 2 of these Sigma eyeshadow sticks, but then I'm like, you know what? The one lasted me a long time. I don't necessarily need to buy a backup of it yet, but it's one of my favorite creamier kind of primers. So I would like to have a backup of it. Like I do swear by that product, but I go between the Klados one and the Sigma one, depending on the kind of look that I'm going for and the type of eyeshadow formulas I'm playing with. I don't think anyone's gonna be surprised. Well, maybe you will be surprised. My favorite eyeshadow palette, it has been this Italian Spritz palette from Too Faced. I've just been using it every day, so I'm going to use it again today. I don't know. Am I going to go for a very brown look? Is that what I want to do? Yeah, let's just do that. So I have been really enjoying this palette. I think it is absolutely pretty. It is like the standard Too Faced formula. There is a ton of fallout with this product, which is fine, but like it gets all over my clothes and I can see it, so travel with caution, I guess. I am going to do one eye off camera, the other eye off camera. There is a lot of fallout, like I'm already getting it all over my dress, and I am going in very lightly, pressing lightly with my brush into the pan, and it's just getting everywhere. It is one of those formulas where like you have to build it up, like, you know, you have to kind of place the product, blend it in, and then place more product if you want to build up that pigment. It's not necessarily my favorite formula, but for right now and the kind of color stories I've been really enjoying, it works for me. I think I'm just in a very like Italian summer kind of mood. Where this came from, I don't know, but I kind of wish that ColourPop still sold the Limoncello collection, because I don't know, I just feel like that palette was ahead of its time and I think that they should bring it back. It was absolutely gorgeous, but I think that they're going to be releasing another palette just with a similar color story, because they don't do that. They don't ever bring anything back. They just kind of re-release that color story in its new formula and then they just call it something different. But that's fine. I'm going to go for a very romantic kind of brown look today. This is a very interesting palette because you can do some very fun colors, but you can also do a very neutral look. And I don't know, I kind of play between the two. I have just been really enjoying doing like a very dramatic kind of like brown eye look. It's just been my go-to. I am going to take the shade Sin Sin. I haven't used this one yet. It's kind of like this goldy kind of brown shade. The shimmers from Too Faced are not necessarily my favorite, only because like this palette is interesting. It has two different types of formulas. There's more like a putty, like Super Shock kind of formula, and then there's just the traditional kind of shimmers. But both, again, have crazy fallout and get everywhere. But I mean, they're easier to blend. It's just, I don't know, it gives very like early 2010s kind of vibes. Like it's just a traditional Too Faced palette. So if you liked the traditional Bon Bon palette, maybe it's a little bit of an updated formula, but it's just a traditional Too Faced palette. So if you like that, I think you would really enjoy this palette. And I mean, it's pretty and it like ages well throughout wear. Like I don't get any weird creasing or anything on my lid. Not that I really noticed that. I do have a bit of a hooded eye situation, so I mean like I think things just naturally kind of fall into that crease anyway, but it doesn't change my eye shape or like kind of slip down my face. It looks really pretty. I do just kind of have to work it in, and then going back with the Espresso Yourself shade, I just kind of deepen that corner again and marry it to that shimmer. There we go. And then taking a flat brush. What tone do I want to go in with? I'll lift underneath with this Impossible shade. It is like more of a lighter brown, just to lift the eye. Ugh, I have very long lower lashes, and so it just makes it, sometimes it makes my eye water kind of pulling on those hairs. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of espresso yourself and just pat it in to seal in that kind of like cat shape. I feel like that makes all the difference. And then taking Gelato, which is like kind of this like white matte shade or white-ish matte shade. I love it as an inner corner highlight. It's very pretty. And I just kind of blend it in the inner corner. There we go. Very pretty. I don't know what I want to do in my waterline. Do I want to do brown? Do I want to, I think in my waterline, I am going to go in with the shade Puppy from ColourPop. This is from the In the Palms collection. I'm just going to line my lower lash line with it. I'm using the Peach Pop shade from Charlotte Tilbury, so why not go in with an orange? There we go. Okay, off camera, I'm going to do my mascara and my lip liner, and I will be right back. Okay, so both of my eyes are done. I lined my lips. I went in with the, where is it? The Melt Perfectionist Lip Pencil in the shade, I didn't use Cashmere, I think I used Sepia. I used this brown one because I am going to use the ColourPop Luxe Blur lipstick in Banty. This one is discontinued, but the Luxe Blur lipsticks, I believe, are still available at ColourPop. I like these ones. These ones are more of like a, I don't know, they're kind of like a jelly kind of base. Like it's a lipstick bullet, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Before I put this in though, I am gonna go in with the highlight. Where is my highlight brush? Okay, so I have been enjoying this e.l.f. Halo highlight. I don't know, there is a little bit of a learning curve to this because I usually use a powdered highlight, but what I like to do is go on one side and I kind of carve out the shapes that I want. And then I work it in with the Sigma F03, which is just like a denser kind of highlight brush. And using the tip and the edge of the brush, I'll kind of blend the highlight in. Unlike how I usually do like my blushes and my contour, I'll kind of put the dots on my face and then blend out. With this highlight, I do notice you kind of have to take it section by section because it does kind of set down fairly fast. And it can leave a bit of like a pink cast to your face. So if you're blending it into a blush, it's not as noticeable. But if you like to do the like bronzer and highlight kind of thing during the summer and kind of skip blush altogether, you might notice a bit more of a cast on your face. It's not too crazy and it's not too deep. It's just slightly there. Like I can see it when I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm tilting my face in the light. In direct sunlight, I don't know, it's like not too bad. It just looks like there's a little bit of like blush there. But I know that some people don't like the cast. So there is a little bit of a cast to this pink one. This is like the pink highlight. There is more of like a, I think it's like champagne something, which is more of like a champagne, obviously a champagne highlight. And what I've seen in reviews, there isn't a cast. I personally haven't played with that one and have been able to swatch it or anything like that, so I don't know. I just know that this pink one has it a little bit. Okay, now that my highlight is in, let's do my lips. And like I was saying, this one is more of like a gel kind of base because it's like a satin kind of finish, like a satin matte. It's creamy, like a shiny lipstick, like a very creamy lipstick. but it's not matte, and it looks, again, it looks more matte than it does shimmer, like a glossy, but it feels glossier on the lips than it looks, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to describe this because I love the Lex Blur formula as a lipstick across the board. Like, if Charlotte Tilbury had this formula and released like her Pillow Talk shades, I would be very excited. I'm sad that this particular shade isn't like a part of their permanent line because the shade is so pretty. It's like a cool toned kind of brown. And it was a part of the Plush Like Me collection, so this is just like the typical like cool 90s brown kind of lip shade. But it's gorgeous. So let me take down my hair. Ooh. And this is my final look. I do have to brush my hair, I think. But this is going to be it for today's look. Should I zoom out? Should I give you guys like a full look here? Let me zoom us out. That's zooming in, sorry. Okay, this is, I'm just wearing that sundress that I tried on, that I had in my ASOS try on like a few months ago. Now that the weather's finally nice, I can wear this dress out. And this is gonna be my makeup for today. I'm very excited. I don't know. I've been really enjoying kind of doing my makeup like this. I know that this is very neutral, very brown. Sometimes I try to bring color where I can. I've just been really enjoying matching the liner in my waterline to the blush that I'm wearing and doing a neutral kind of eye. My neutral shades will kind of match the neutral lipstick that I'm going for, and then the eyeliner and my blush kind of match together. But that's it. So let me know in the comments down below, what are some of your favorite skin tints? I've been really enjoying the Rose Ink, although it is a little bit lighter. Again, I do want something that is like a little bit heavier, but it's still a skin tint. I really do enjoy the Fenty Eavesdrop, but just like the Rose Ink, that one's kind of fickle with some primers as well. So let me know, what are some of your favorite foundation or base products? And I will see you guys in the next one. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me today and you'd like to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on another video. And it's a new week, so hopefully I have more videos this week. I don't know, I'm trying to mentally prepare for like going back to school and like doing that filming schedule. We'll see what happens. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.